Time to be weird and find some e-couples and ask them if they want to talk to me. Alright, we're back in the fucking VR chat. We're gonna find people dating. It's the what's up with that? Yeah, that's it. That's my intro. See you later. Do you mind if I ask you a quick question real quick?
What's up, man?
Are you seeing and or dating anyone on this platform? I'm making a documentary about e-daters. I was wondering if you have one.
Yeah, man.
Is it like titled like your boyfriend girlfriend, or is it like you want it to be but you're just saying it is?
Yeah. It's pretty good, honestly. Like, we FaceTime all the time and stuff like that, but I'm planning on seeing her next summer, so.
Alright, so where'd you guys meet on VRChat?
Oh, fuck.
Careful, she might be watching this video eventually when it comes out, you never know.
I'm pretty sure it was the Room of the Rain.
Who asked who out first?
She asked me out.
Okay, how'd you respond to that? You just said yes immediately, or you're like, holy shit?
Nah, I kinda said, wait, like, for a little bit, and then, like, we waited about a month or two, and, then we got together.
Oh, why'd you wait if you don't mind me asking? Were you like not ready for it, or were you like unsure?
Well, she took like a break from the internet, and then she came back, and then like immediately wanted to get into something, and I was like, just give it a little bit, and then I asked her out when I felt the time was needed.
Well, how is the dating online, like in general, like overall? You like it so
Terrible.
far? Oh, terrible? Why would you say that?
I think e-dating is bad, man.
Why is that?
I think we should, because you're not talking to that person face to face, right?
Yeah.
So it's a completely different interaction than you would have in person. Another thing is they can just go off and block you away from your life, They can just hit the block button and they don't exist anymore. But in
Yeah.
person, it's very hard to do that. You
Yeah.
have to work things out in person.
In person, they can't block you. You can stand outside the window with the radio playing Careless Whisper over your head. They can't block that out.
Exactly, man, exactly.
Since you guys are dating online, how do you trust each other online, knowing that they're not talking to someone else or doing anything like that?
Ah, yes, the trust factor. I knew this was gonna come. To be honest, you just kind of have to get through it.
It's just a leap of faith of sorts.
Even if you don't, you kind of have to force yourself to. So if something happens, it happens, man. Right?
Yeah.
You kind of can't change other people's perspectives. And some of
Personally, in your
beliefs.
relationship right now, is there something you're scared might happen?
Oh, absolutely, bro.
What are you worried about?
She lives in her own apartment in a city, man. It's a south city, but it's very populated. Very popular city.
Has anything ever happened where you questioned your relationship integrity?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, has anything happened where you're like, oh, I'm not so sure about this? If you're not comfortable answering, you don't have to answer. You can skip any questions. Feel free.
No, I'll answer it. I'll answer it. People overthink, and when you go to other people and talk about it, it's not as nice as coming to me to talk about it. Like, things like that.
Oh, okay, so you're saying she goes to other people with problems and she should go to you? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. She talks about the problems within our relationship with other people, and I don't feel comfortable with that.
What's something that person does to annoy or aggravate you? And I guess that'd be the thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that for surely that.
What do you have to say about people that find e-dating cringy?
I completely agree with them. It is kind of cringy.
What do you have to say to people that say that eating never works or doesn't work ever?
That I can disagree with. I can disagree with that. I have not had good experiences, but I know plenty of people that met people on VRChat. Like, when VRChat first dropped, 2017, 2018, 2016, back then, they got VRChat, and they've been talking ever since then, and now they're married, like, in person, live in the same house. It works. You just have to find the right people. It really does.
Yeah.
It's just like real life, too, You're gonna find assholes, you're gonna find people that don't accept you for who you are, but you just gotta live by it, bro.
What's a way you can show, I guess, affection towards someone that's dating online, or how do you two show affection to each other since you can't be with each other physically?
I think mostly it's like mentality and like talking to that person and communicating with them, how you feel about certain things, and getting to know the person on a deeper level, you know?
All right, if you were to give advice to someone that wants to try e-dating, what advice would you give them?
Don't do it.
All right, my last question to you: is there anything you want to say to the people that watch this? Do you have anything you want to, just anything at all?
Subscribe to this man's YouTube channel or follow his Twitch or whatever he has. All of his social media platforms. He's a W guy.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that, man. How about you? Do you have any plugs you want to shout out?
Shout out to Grandma. You
Shout
know,
out to
she's
Grandma.
fire.
Grandma, real one.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
All right, so the way I'm gonna do this interview with the couple is I'm gonna ask some questions for both of you together, and I'm gonna have you guys separate, ask you guys questions one-on-one, and then bring you guys back together. So, do you guys want to do some introductions for yourself? I have names hidden, so if you don't want to say your username or anything, you don't have to. I know some people get skittish about like their stuff being out there, so I have names hidden. If you don't want to introduce yourself, you don't have to, but if you want to, go for it.
I'm not going to. I'm just gonna vibe.
I'm Mars, I guess. Okay, yeah.
We have Mars and Mystery Man vibing. All right. So my first question for you guys is, where'd you guys first meet?
We met through a casual friend.
Okay, on VRChat or what?
We met in a Discord. We met the friend through VRChat though.
Next question would be, who asked who out first?
I asked her out.
And how'd that go? What'd you do?
I spent 3 days looking for a really good world to ask her out in that I knew she would love. Visited over 80 different worlds to find one.
She's sliding off to the side a little bit. Are you embarrassed about it, or are you just
Yeah,
ADHD?
I have social anxiety. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
And
I'm sorry.
ADHD, yeah, I'm a little silly.
Okay, I won't stare at you. I don't want to put pressure on you. So my next question is, how is dating online in general? Like, what's the overall experience of you two?
I think it's going well. I dated online before. It usually works out really well. So.
Okay,
I'd
that's good.
prefer if
I
I
like-
got to see him, but you know.
Yeah, me too. But I like the idea of you learn a person through their personality before you see what they look like. You know, that way you don't base stuff how you feel off of looks, but how they actually are as a person.
How do you guys trust each other online when you have the in-between moments where you're not talking, texting, or on VRChat together? How do you guys know to trust each other?
He's like one of the few people I've trusted. I really don't worry about that with him for some reason. I don't know. I've usually had trust issues, but just the way he treats me when we do see each other, I guess just reassures me that I don't need to worry.
I trust her. Oh, sorry I lagged, but yeah, I trust her a lot. You know, I'm the type of person where I give my trust out a little easy, but
Yeah.
after we've been through some stuff in the past of some bad toxic friends, you know, and she was really there to help out, so I trust her a lot.
Next question is, are you scared that something might happen?
No, I don't.
I trust him, and like I really want shit to work out because I'm supposed to see him spring break time-ish.
Next question is, has anything happened in your relationship that made you question the integrity of the relationship?
Nope, not at all.
I'm not really questioning anything. I mean,
He's talking if he can
as
rank
friends,
her
we got through
eventually.
stuff together, and I really don't have like big doubts that we won't be able to do that as a couple. But if we were to break up, I would most definitely still need him in my life.
What is something that they do that annoys or aggravates you?
Your
Probably when
fucking
they talk
voice.
bad about themselves. That pisses me the fuck off.
Nothing at all, actually. No.
Oh, that's actually it. You went through them easy breezy, so we can go back to her now and I'll reveal what she said. No, she didn't say anything bad. Yeah, you guys had relatively the same exact answers. I don't think you guys trust each other. You guys don't think anything bad's gonna happen in a relationship. You guys are fucking good to go. Whenever I asked him, is there something that annoys or aggravates you about the other person? He said no to you, but you said you dislike when he talks bad about himself. That's the only thing you said. That was different.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're nodding your head. You know you do that.
So
Yeah,
that makes
so
sense.
there you go.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to people that find e-dating cringy or find the circumstances that you guys are in cringy?
Oh,
You're
hey,
into
give me the
whatever
fucking
you're
goose
into, man. I mean, it's
No, man.
not really my business. It's working out pretty good for me. But if they don't like it, that they're entitled to their own opinion.
Connected more with people online than I have in real life, you know. Because I feel like real life you judge based off of looks right away,
Yeah.
Where online you don't get that option.
Next question is, what do you have to say to people that say e-dating never or doesn't work?
I mean, I get how it could be hard, but if you can put in enough trust and dedication to the relationship, I think it can work out.
Can you provide an example of affection? How would you guys like comfort or make affection with each other? Not like anything weird. I don't mean to be like that, but like, what do you do to like comfort each other while e-dating? Do you like voice call or video call each other? Do you guys just like comfort with words, or what do you do?
Words are words, right?
And like, if it's too much going on in their head, just bring them to like a movie world and sit down, watch a movie while just being there so they can talk about everything going on, so they can get it off their chest, so you can help give some advice to help get through it, Just letting them know that they have someone there usually helps out a lot.
All right, what would you say to someone that's wanting to or looking to e-date? What would you give them? What advice would you give this person if they wanted to try it?
Don't rush into it. Take a bit of time to know the person, get to know them, talk to them a lot, feel the water before you dive in,
Final question for you guys. You guys have been fucking amazing. Is there anything you'd want to say to anyone that's watching this right now? Just say anything. If you want to plug yourself on a YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you can. And just whatever you have to say, you can go ahead and say it.
Don't knock until you try it, It might be hard for a long-distance relationship, but sometimes you'll meet the best people in your life doing it, It'll work out sometimes.
Anything you have to say, or you agree with them?
Yeah, I agree with him. I'm being a little submissive, but I agree with him. Yeah.
Alright, nothing wrong with that,
After this interview, are you gonna turn into a wise old man? Fucking
Fuck no, I'm always gonna be dumb.
Old man, huh?
How is the online dating in general? Like, what's the overall feeling of it, and how's it going?
I mean, it's going good. It's just like the sucky part is you can't actually like see each other like in real life.
How do you guys trust each other online? If it's like only online interactions, how do you trust each other from like knowing if they're talking to other people or stuff like that?
You gotta have a little bit more trust than usual, I guess.
Has anything ever happened that made you question your relationship integrity?
I don't think so.
What would you have to say to people that find e-dating to be cringy?
I mean, everyone likes what they like. Everyone just has different opinions on things, so.
What would you say to people that say that e-dating never works?
I think they might be wrong. I have two friends that have recently met up, actually, and they're married now. I met in VR.
Can you provide me an example of affection you'd give to someone that you can't see physically? Like, what would you do to comfort this person if they were having a down day?
Talk to them, do whatever I physically possibly could.
If you were to give advice to someone that wants to try dating online, what advice would you give them?
Know the person as much as you can. Get to know each other like off of VR too, like get socials and shit. Know what they look like. Unless you don't want to, then don't.
If you have anything to say at all, it doesn't have to be about relationships, just anything on your mind you'd like to say to whoever watches this documentary, what would you like to say to them?
I don't know. To be honest, I have no clue. You said this is like a documentary, right? Are you like posting this shit somewhere?
It'll be on YouTube, yeah. Like that.
Oh, yeah, daddy.
Like
Fuck.
that. Damn, that's staying in,
Yeah.
dog. I'm live right now. That's staying in, dog. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so where'd you guys first meet at?
An FBT Club.
And for those who don't know, can you explain what that is?
It was a full body tracking heaven where people go to dance, essentially a VRChat strip club. Yes, we were upstairs and I was getting shit talked on. And then you came up and you were like, "What's up? What's going on?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, so who asked who out first?
We were best friends first. And I was
we were best
dating
friends.
I was dating his good friend at the time.
Basically, she ended up breaking things off with this guy that was my friend. We weren't best friends necessarily. We were just friends. And so I was in a relationship at the time. I ended up getting dumped at the time as well. And I thought it was a good time to, try something with someone new. And we were best friends at the time. We already knew what was going on. We knew that we liked each other, and we decided to go for it.
All right, and how's the dating online been in general, like overall, before you guys met? How was that? Was it like fantastic? Was there like pros and cons to it?
Trash. Ass.
Why
Don't
would you say
recommend
that?
it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You're gonna get cheated on.
Don't do it.
Not
Alright.
worth it.
I think
Valid.
that I think the reason for that is the fact that there's so much traffic that goes through VRChat. You have like thousands of people, right? Hundreds of thousands of people that you'll pass through, in a week. And you'll come across these certain people that can get to your head and can cause you to think differently about someone else. And it's just a whole problem because a relationship is built off of trust. It's hard to trust whenever someone's in alone by themselves around men. And that's the thing that I think that fails a lot of relationships, is because it's very hard to trust in VRChat because there's so many people.
So separate questions. How do you guys trust each other in the online dating?
Well, we're not really online anymore. I've been seeing him every 2 months. I'm actually going there again in 3 weeks. So, but for VRChat, we don't get on unless we're getting on together. And we're always together. We don't go and do separate things or anything. We're kind of like attached at the hip.
I trust her a lot. The thing is I don't trust other people. I think that's my biggest problem, is that, like I told you before, so many people that go through, and she's very easily manipulated. And I think that's one of the things that she's actually been doing really good on, is she used to be like very easily manipulated. And now she's built up this wall that we built together. And I think she's been doing really good. And I think that things have been great in that front. And I think that I do trust her a lot now. So.
What's something you were scared might happen?
This is an interesting one because I've had this problem in the past with previous relationships. I've felt that, honestly, I guess I was scared that I wouldn't be enough. I think that's the biggest thing that every guy has in a relationship, is that they're scared they won't be enough.
I'm not really afraid of anything. I mean, he is very reassuring. I know he needs me, and I obviously need him. And he hates this game if I'm not on, so he doesn't get on without me anyway. So no, I don't really have anything to worry about or anything that I'm scared for. Nothing.
For anybody that's watching the video, right? You are enough. The big thing is that she's there for your personality. She's not there for your money. She's there for you. Not what you gain, not what you have, not what you can whatever in the future you gain. She's not there for that. She's there for you. And I think that's the biggest thing that I was scared about. And it's all about your personality. If you have a good personality and you're fun to be around, then that's all the more reason why she wants to be with you. And I think that's the reason why she's with me.
Has anything ever happened where you question the relationship integrity?
In the beginning of the relationship, when we were still like pretty new and stuff, I thought I couldn't live up to his expectations and to his I rate him at like a 10, and I rate myself at like a 3. Like, why is he settling for less when he can get more? So in the beginning of the relationship, I was like worried of him having like female friends or anything like that were like even slightly attractive, and that freaked me out. And at that point, I didn't think that I could do it, but again, he reassures me. He has constant reassurance, and just kind of pushed through it, and here we are over a year later.
I guess one of the big things for me is guy friends. I think guy friends are like the pit of any relationship's downfall, because they start out as friends. The thing is that guys and girls can't really get along and just be friends. There's always going to be this like underlying thing that they have between each other. And I think that that's something a lot of relationships, again, have problems with, and I did too. But there's a couple of people that I have exceptions for that I know would never do anything. So
Yeah.
I think that's, just something,
Does she do anything that annoys or aggravates you?
He doesn't like playing games without me. If I get the whole VRChat thing, but if he wants to, for example, go play the new Helldivers, he won't go play with his friends unless I'm in the call with him, because he doesn't like leaving me alone because he thinks that he's abandoning me that way. And I wish he would take some time out for himself sometimes because he needs it.
Self-doubting herself. She is quite possibly the most amazing person I've ever met in my life, and she's the most talented and the most lovable and the most confident person I've ever met in my life. And I think the one thing that she has trouble with is doubting herself. And I think that that's something that annoys me, because I'm like, you are amazing. You're the best thing ever. You can do all these different things. You've made friends with the biggest people. You've made, your name out to people, and you're doubting yourself. You're amazing.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So the first question I asked both of you is, how do you guys trust each other? And her answer was pretty much, I just trust him. I see him every 2 months. That's pretty much what she said. She just trusts you. And you said that you trust her, but not other people.
I do.
He hates Matt.
And you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that in this whole thing.
You're gonna hear a lot. Yeah. The next question I asked is, what's something you're scared might happen, and why do you think that? Her answer was, she's not afraid. His answer is, he feels that he won't be enough for you. And when I'm reading these, there is more that they said along with this, but I just got the basic answer of what they were saying. So the next thing I said is, has anything ever happened where you question the relationship integrity? Her answer was, in the beginning, she didn't feel like she was enough, and she was scared of the other girlfriends or people that were female that you were friends with.
So basically the same
wavelength.
Yep. Next question I asked was, do they do something that annoys or aggravates you? Her answer was, he cannot do anything without me. And the example that she gave was the Helldivers game came out, and you're going to play with your friends, but you can't do it unless you're in the call with her or with him. And his answer was, you have self-doubting.
I see it.
All right, now it's all the one-on-one questions. How do you guys feel about those answers? I think they were pretty good.
I think they're great. 10 out of 10.
Very good, very good. What would you have to say to people that find e-dating or dating online cringy?
Fuck you. Wait, fuck you. I agree, it is cringy. But when you take it from being online to IRL, it don't matter anymore. It's just a normal relationship. Like the e-sex and shit. Yeah, that's weird. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
You're so cutting me off.
I'm so sorry.
What would you have to say to the people that say dating online never works or can't work?
Usually it never does.
We're getting married in April, though. So there's select few.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think you really have to be in our position where you find your literal soulmate in VR. It has to line up on the dot. And if you do that, then you'll go far. But if you find someone that you have already started off having problems with, and you've already started off making these problems and having to try to work things out 2 months in, you're doomed for failure. You have to find someone that you can really just click with. And if you do that, you'll go far.
If someone wants to try to attempt dating online and make it a bigger thing, what advice would you give them?
Don't wait. The more you wait and hold it off, the worse it's going to be. The worse that relationship's going to be with being able to, the success rate. It's going to start,
I think
you always start off at 100, and as you wait, the longer and longer you wait, every month, I feel like it takes off 10%.
And as soon as you see that person, it skyrockets back up. Not only that, but it also helps you to trust that person more, because you remember all the time you spent together. She came for a month, and we did so many things, and we made so many memories. We I could never, ever, ever see any of us ever trying to even think about talking to another gender on the opposite gender, or like talking to them in any specific way like that. I think the biggest thing for people that want to start with having a relationship and VR and all that stuff, I think my biggest advice is to make a date. The first week you start dating, make a date to meet each other. Make a date and stick with it. And if you do that, you're good.
All the questions we have. You guys have anything you'd like to add or say? You feel free to do so now.
My thong
She's
is in my
amazing.
ass,
I
and
love
gotta
her.
pull it out after this.
Okay, great.
Well, you were trying to be sweet and she just went for that. Alright.
Fucking just walking out. Alright, guys. Deuces. See you tomorrow.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching this video. This fucking thing took so goddamn fucking long to record. I started in the beginning of February, like February 2nd. And that last interview was yesterday, which was March 6th. It's now the 7th. It took me a fucking month to gather only, what was it, like 30 minutes of footage that was usable. Because it's hard to find people dating on VRChat. Which I didn't think it was going to be that hard, but it was actually kind of difficult. Anyway, the consensus I got from this whole ordeal and asking these questions is, it can work. Online dating can work. They just got to meet in person, and it might get better from there. Yeah, as I was saying, it can work. Just, they got to meet up eventually and make things more intimate and physical. It can't just stay online. That's pretty much what everyone was saying. That doesn't work unless they meet each other in person. But yeah, if you're one of those people that don't like e-dating or don't like people dating online, don't think it works very well, just kind of you can believe that and say that. Just like keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're allowed to have your own opinion on whatever, but don't be like judgmental to these people. If you see people dating, if they're sitting in front of a mirror and they're all up on each other and stuff like that, you don't know their situation. You don't know what's going on. You see them hanging, kissing, cuddling up on each other. Yeah, maybe they're not doing it physically, but that might be all they got, alright? Maybe they don't have money to buy a plane ticket to go see each other, but maybe they're planning on it. You don't know. We've seen a few people in these past few years that are getting married and are like really happy with what they got. So don't judge these people too hard. Let them live their right life. All right. Let's not be dicks. All right. I'm the only cock around here. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, or like you just got piqued interest. Thank you all very much for watching this. I hope you all have a fantastic and amazing rest of the day. Take care.
Forever I am circling back just to fall into this trap. This